Good morning. So today I am doing inventory for my work. So technically it's a closed day here, but I come in and I do inventory every week. And pretty much what that entails is I make sure the salon has enough color and supplies. And so I have to spend my morning budgeting and purchasing and all that jazz, making sure that we don't have any things, extra in stock somewhere else before I order. So so I have to order more of this. And then on the other side, there's all this stuff. And then there's this stuff. So it takes up a lot of time. It's a lot of work, but that's why I do it on the days we're closed. Because if I try to do it on a day that we're open, I would be spending hours trying to do it while trying not to get into other people's way. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And after that, I do go to therapy. So I do have my therapy meeting. And then once that's over, I don't know. We'll see what else there is to do today. Okay, so I just got home. After my therapy, I came back and went to Costco. Oh, sorry. I had to bring everything inside. We got these really funky sodas. I don't know if you guys ever had Jones sodas, but they're kind of like that old school soda brand. I haven't seen a Jones soda in so long. And so we saw them and they did like a collaboration with the show / video game Fallout. And so we thought, let's try those flavors. Hopefully they're good. They're in the fridge chilling. So I'm going to try the sarsaparilla because I feel like sarsaparilla is a very safe flavor. They also have grape and this other one, but I'm not really a grape soda kind of girly. So I'm going to just stick with the other two, I think. Maybe I'll take a sip of grape and see what I think. The other thing we got was Dan really wanted a sauna. So don't know where we're gonna put it, but it's like a single person sauna. I told him he should put it like way down in the basement, but I'll show you. Hold on. So he got this. It's portable. So we'll see how that works out, but he wanted to try it out. He's always wanted like a sauna, so when he sets it up, I'll make sure to share what we think and if it's worth the buy or not, but at least it's not too big. Sodas. No go grape. So I thought since we have some downtime, I'm going to make my gingerbread houses. And I wasn't sure what to put them on, and then I remembered I got this from a previous video from Goodwill, and so I actually thought this would be a really good plate to put my gingerbread house on top of. So I got that ready, And then, like I mentioned, I think I mentioned it before, I have 2 gingerbread houses here. I didn't get a chance to make this one, so I thought, you know what, I'll just combine the 2 and try to get creative with it. That way I feel like I'm not wasting anything, but I obviously can't use all the stuff from this one because it's very Halloween oriented. Dan's niece was supposed to make this one and we never got around to doing it. So yeah, I probably will use this house instead because I've made this version so many times. I love this version, but I think I'm gonna use this house and not this one, but use all like the fun candy and stuff from this one. We'll see. It also depends if both of them are also intact, because sometimes when you open these, the building pieces are broken. So that will also be a tall tale of, you know, if I use one or the other. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. I think it'll be fun. Just a little downtime project. And that way it's done before I go home for Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little out of the norm because I remember this from last year. So I'm gonna use this one. I know it's black, but I'm gonna use this to build the house because it's already a pre-made icing. I remember doing this one last year, and for some reason, it could have been my ratio. It obviously could have been me, but it just was not holding up my structure. I may have made it too watery. I have no idea, but I think just so I can make sure the house is standing, I'm gonna use this one, but then I'm gonna put the white frosting on top of it to cover up the black. But it's just more of like, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I do remember this. I do remember it was not holding up. Like the roof wasn't staying and I was getting so frustrated. I could have sworn, if it was like this every year, let me know, but I could have sworn they used to pre-make it back in the day for you. And now they do it like this. Because I remember it was like this last year and now they did it again this year. Not really my favorite way of doing it, me personally. I prefer the already pre-made because it's just more work. And then like, thank goodness I have an egg and some lemon because I totally forgot about this, and this isn't like something you could just open and do right away. You would have to have other ingredients versus this one's like ready to go. But yeah, so let's try this first and then see what happens. I made my icing, so we'll see how it does. I did exactly what the instructions said, so let's see. Okay, so it's gonna be a little messy. I'm gonna try to put the Christmas tree there. It's just kind of like coming out onto my hand, which is not fun. But it isn't a gingerbread house unless you're getting a little messy, right? Look at my fingers. If I was a little kid, I'd just be like licking this off, but no, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick and then I'm gonna like put a little bit of decorations. Okay, so in this kit they give you these like colorful M&M like candies, little bit of sprinkles and some gummies. I do have some leftover Halloween candy M&Ms, so I might go grab those just to have a little extra color on here. The Halloween one, I don't think I can use these. Yeah, because these are like pumpkin and ghost sprinkles, bats, fall leaves, which are really cute, but I can't use those. And then they also gave me bones. So I can always save those though for like something else. Sorry, these are really good, by the way. I really like these. I think I'm just gonna use the M&Ms, these, and then and of course I'm gonna use the little critters as well. Actually, before I forget, I wanted to use this. I made a little blob here on purpose. That way it looks more like a Christmas setting. I just washed my hands and here I go again. But I think this will help it look a little less odd. There we go. There we go. A little Christmassy. I think I'm gonna use, this is chocolate, by the way. I'm gonna use this to outline the door and the windows. And I am by no means an expert at decorating gingerbread houses. So you need to have very low expectations of how this is gonna look. This is all just for fun. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I'm still gonna outline this, but I don't need to actually like outline the windows. I got something for this. 1 second. I got these just to eat, but they make perfect windows. Well, kinda. This is not gonna look beautiful. I made really pretty gingerbread houses in the past when I actually really tried. I can show you guys what those look like. This is not me trying, okay guys? This is me just having fun, being like a kid again. Again, low expectations. Low expectations. so here's my ugly gingerbread house. It was fun doing this one though, because it was nice for a change, not caring how it looks. Because before, I used to really try to be a perfectionist. It almost kind of took the fun away. This time I was just like, let's get messy with it. And it was fun. It has a more homey look, I would say. But yeah. Also, by the way, I tried a piece of this cookie and the other cookie. They're both nasty. Don't even bother trying to eat it. I think they make them gross on purpose, but I had to spit it out. It was that bad. So, just for making the houses only. Where I do shine, which I will show you in another video, I do make really good gingerbread cookies. Those I try my hardest to make look nice compared to this. So I will definitely show you guys that in another video. Will I share you the recipe? Probably not. It is my secret recipe, but maybe I'll just show you the process and you can kind of guess the ratio. But yeah, I think she's just going to sit right here on my table. Right there. And so I wanted to give, hey! See what you're trying to do. With my salad, I did give myself a little treat. One of those Jones sodas that I talked about. This one's actually pretty good. I mean, it is pretty much like root beer. It's not as strong, but yeah, it's tasty. So that one is a good one. We'll have to try the other two later. And then I'm watching Iron Chef America. I love that show. All right, guys. Well, clearly I've lost daylight. And when I lose daylight, I lose good light. So I think I'm going to call it. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.